The Partridge Family wasn't just another TV show, it was a cultural phenomenon. With its catchy tunes, wholesome charm, and a cast of unforgettable characters, it had audiences singing along and tuning in weekly. But behind the colorful tour, bus and cheerful family harmonies, there were secrets, tensions, and personal battles brewing. Ever wondered why some beloved cast members left the show? What really happened off camera? Let's take a deep dive into the real reasons some actors walked away from the Partridge Family and what happened next. When the Partridge Family premiered in 1970, no one expected it to become the smash hit that it did. Modeled loosely after the real-life musical family The Cowsills, the show followed a single mom and her 5 musically talented kids as they toured the country in a psychedelic bus. It turned David Cassidy into a global teen idol overnight. Shirley Jones, already an Oscar-winning actress, brought grace and warmth as the family matriarch. But as the show climbed the ratings charts, cracks began to form beneath the perfect TV family exterior. Let's start with the show's breakout star David Cassidy, who played heartthrob Keith Partridge. While the world swooned over him, David felt trapped. Behind the scenes, he struggled with the fact that he was playing a squeaky clean character that didn't match who he really was. He wanted to be a serious musician, not just a pop product. As he once put it, "I wasn't Keith Partridge. I was playing a character I didn't relate to at all." Overworked, overwhelmed, and creatively stifled, David began to pull away from the show. By the later seasons, he was visibly tired both emotionally and physically. He eventually left the bubblegum music world behind to pursue his solo career, which had a more rock and roll edge. Though grateful for the show's impact, he was determined to redefine himself on his own terms. Suzanne Crowe, who played the youngest sibling, Tracy Partridge, was a fan favorite with her sweet voice and innocent smile. But after the Partridge Family ended, she largely stepped away from Hollywood. Unlike some of her co-stars, Suzanne didn't crave the spotlight. She went on to lead a private life, eventually becoming a manager at an Office Max and raising a family. Tragically, Suzanne passed away in 2015 at the age of 52 from a rare heart condition. Her departure from acting wasn't due to scandal, it was simply a choice to live life outside the glare of fame. Remember Chris Partridge from season 1? That was Jeremy Gelbwax. But if you blinked during the early episodes, you might have missed his quiet exit. After just 1 season, he was replaced by Brian Forster. Why the sudden switch? According to various reports and even Shirley Jones herself, Jeremy simply didn't gel with the cast. He was said to be uncomfortable on set, and the environment wasn't the right fit for him. His parents agreed, and he left the show early on. Gelbwax later pursued a completely different path, attending college and becoming a successful business executive. Brian Forster stepped into the role of Chris Partridge without much explanation to viewers. While he enjoyed a brief stint with the cast, he too eventually drifted away from acting. As he grew older, Brian turned to racing cars and other pursuits outside of showbiz. His departure, like others, was less about drama and more about growing up and moving on. Danny Bonaducci, who played the wisecracking middle child, was another standout star. Behind his energetic performance, however, was a deeply troubled personal life. After the show ended, Danny battled addiction, homelessness, and legal troubles. He would later speak openly about the abuse he suffered at the hands of his father and the emotional toll of child stardom. Despite these struggles, Danny made a comeback, reinventing himself as a radio host, author, and even a reality TV star. His exit from the idealized world of the Partridge Family was a painful but necessary step toward healing and survival. The story of the Partridge Family isn't just about catchy tunes and groovy outfits. It's also about real people navigating sudden fame, personal demons, and the challenge of growing up under the public eye. For some, leaving the show was a chance to pursue new passions. For others, it was an escape from pressure they never asked for. And for all of them, it was a defining chapter in their lives, one that came with both joy and heartache. So next time you sing along to Come On Get Happy, remember the real story behind the Partridge Family is much deeper than you ever imagined.